Are you experiencing dating frustrations and you want to know what you can do differently to get better results? It may have even crossed your mind that maybe you need to change the way that you think about dating. Hello, my name is Coach Honeylove. I am Erica J. Holston, a dating and relationship coach who can help you as a single woman position herself as a wife to attract a marriage minded man and for you to start seeing the dating results that you truly desire. In this video, we are going to talk about ways that you can transform your dating experiences by looking at three mindset changes that you can make starting today. So, grab a snack, grab your notepad and a pen, and let's go ahead and get started so you can start transforming the way that you think about dating, the way that you think about yourself, and the way that you think about the men that you are possibly attracting in your life. So let's go ahead and get started. So I want to start off with some challenges that can actually get in a single woman's way. The number one issue that I see some single women say is, I am too booked and busy to date a man, but yet they know that they want companionship in their lives. That is a problem. If you're always busy doing things, if you're always tired, but yet you want love, you want God to send you your future husband, if you're not making time for your social life, chances are you are going to narrow the time and the attention that you could get from a quality man. So you're going to have to start making time for your social calendar. I understand that you may like being busy, that you may like, having this to do and that to do and all of these things. But if you are not making time for your social life, that is going to hinder you in meeting a quality man. And I'm quite sure that you want to meet a man that's consistent, that is loving, that is caring, that is wanting to be the man that you desire for him to be, to come into your life. Now, if you are always busy, he's not going to be able to come into your life because you're so busy. So that's one of the number one challenges that I help single women with, is to look at their schedules and ask themselves, is there something that they can do in order for them to change their lifestyle to attract a marriage-minded man into their life? The second issue is that some single ladies say, "Oh, I want companionship. I want a good man, but I don't want to be bothered." Well, that's another issue. If you want companionship and you don't want to be bothered, how do you expect for God to send a man into your life? How do you expect for a man to feel like you are emotionally available for him to come into your life? So you want that companionship, you want to be able to hold hands, you want to be able to get a hug, you want to be able to get the attention from a man. But if you want companionship but you don't want to be bothered, in some ways you are actually shutting yourself down emotionally as well as physically for you to attract a marriage minded man into your life. And I'm quite sure that you may not actually be doing that intentionally. You may just be thinking that to yourself and you may be keeping it quiet to yourself. But if you're having that thought, like, it would be nice to have companionship, it would be nice to go out on a date, but I really don't want to be bothered, honey, you are getting in your own way, and you're going to have to get out of your own way and start working on your mindset. The third thing that I help with when it comes to single women is that they know that the wrong kind of men are being attracted in their life, and they're not doing anything different to change that result. And this is one of the reasons why we are going to talk about your dating mindset. So if you're meeting men who are not emotionally available, who won't give you a commitment, who are serial daters or casual daters. You're meeting men who, aren't truly compatible with you, and you are meeting a lot of the wrong men, and you are saying to yourself, okay, I know that there could be something that I can do to change the results that I am looking for. And I want you to know that you are right. There are going to be certain things that you're going to have to change when it comes to your dating mindset. So let this be the last time that you are attracting the wrong type of men into your life, and for you to attract a husband material man, for God to send you your husband into your life, and for you to welcome him to come into your life. And we are going to address your thinking so you won't be experiencing so many dating frustrations, so you won't be self sabotaging, so you won't be getting in your own way, and you are going to start seeing some results. But before we get there, we're going to have to gauge where you are. Now, I mentioned the challenges that single ladies can go through, but let's talk about certain tools that you can start applying into your life right now. When it comes to, social media, mental health is like the buzz phrase that's going on now. And I am definitely a big mental health advocate. I am a woman of faith, and I believe in putting things into application into your life. So, number one, when it comes to gauging where you are on your dating journey, you are going to have to self reflect again on the type of men that are approaching you. So, if you and I were in a one on one coaching session, I would ask you, what type of men have been approaching you, and what kind of conversations have you been having with them? I would ask you to cover the last three men, and we would look at the characteristics, we will look at the conversations that you are having with these men. Because if you don't know where you are, how can you determine where you are going? So we need to gauge where you are. We need to gauge on the things that you are thinking. And by making some small adjustments, you can actually start to see better results in a big way just by addressing the way that you think. So, as you self reflect, even now, the kind of men that have been approaching you, when you are able to gauge and you are able to see, like, okay, I had attracted a man that was not emotionally available. I had attracted a man that was previously in a relationship, yet he still has relations with her. Or I have attracted a man who is so busy, he says that he's interested in me, but he hasn't taken me out on a date. So it could be the way that you are thinking, the way that you are approaching dating, that you could use some help in this area. The second thing is to ask yourself, are the men that are attracting to you, that are approaching you, are they getting better or worse? Let me share this story. So, when I was dating my way as a previous single woman, I basically went in the dating experience without a strategy, right? And because I did not date with a strategy, the wrong kind of men were coming into my life. And so I would look at the pattern, and this is what I'm encouraging for you to do, to look at the patterns. So when I had looked at the pattern, the type of men that were coming into my life, I had said to myself, well, I must need to change my dating standards because at that time, my dating standards were not even specific or they were very low. So when I went from having basically no dating standards to switching to dating standards and creating boundaries, that's when I started to see that I went from worse to better until I met my future husband. So this is what I want you to do is again to self-reflect and to ask yourself if we were in a coaching session or when you join the Honey Love Dating Academy to talk about certain topics, which could be even this. And if you want the full masterclass, please look in the comment section so you can get the full masterclass if you look in the comment section. But let's talk about this again. Ask yourself, are the men that are attracting to you, are they getting better or worse? That's number 2. Now, number 3 is for you to pray and ask God. Ask God to reveal to you the things that you need to work on. Now, right now, we're talking about your dating mindset, how it is that you are either attracting a man or how you are approaching dating. But this specific situation, I'm asking you to ask God for Him to reveal to you what are some things that you need to work on. And one of the number one things that some single ladies need to work on are, well, I'm going to say two, are healing in their femininity. Some single ladies haven't let go of the relationship baggage. And because of that, they keep on attracting the wrong kind of man. But if they were to forgive, if they were to heal, if they were to become whole in God, that they would actually start to see marriage minded men to approach them. Then the second thing is a lot of single women need to work on their femininity because they have been in their masculine energy for so long. And so if you want to attract a man who would love to care for you, who would love to fix things for you, who would love to set the foundation and to be the head and to be your covering, if you want that and you want a masculine man, but yet you're a masculine woman, and he's going to say, I'm not looking for a man. I actually want a wife. I want a feminine woman. And so that's like another thing that I help with single ladies when it comes and married wives too. That's what I help them with is to work on their femininity, to work on their softness, to work on their gentleness, and to work on their feminine flow is like what I like to call it, right? And so the reason why I bring that up is because that may be one of the two things that God may reveal to you is number one, you may need to get healed. And then number two, you may actually need to work on your femininity because, you are the leader in your career. Maybe you're a mom and you are a single parent and you're doing everything. Or maybe you've always had to be a strong woman. And because you've always had to be a strong woman, There may be some masculine traits that you have that you don't realize, and it's become such a lifestyle within yourself that if we were to talk about what are some ways that you can be more gentle, what are some ways that you can be more feminine, it may be foreign to you, but even though it could be foreign to you, it's still an opportunity for you to work on those things to step into your wifehood, to step into attracting a marriage minded man, a good quality man who wants to treat you right, right? So when it comes to asking God to reveal these things to you, like he definitely wants to reveal those things to you, but you have to be open. You have to gauge like where you are now and where you actually want to go. Here's one more way that you can gauge where you are. Do you have any trusted friends in your life that, speak life to you, that is able to share wisdom with you, that will be honest with you because they have your best interest? If you have any trusted friends in your life, ask them, what is one or a few things that you feel like I could work on to attract a marriage minded man or my husband into my life? Let me say, your trusted friends, they definitely will want to help you in regards to this. They may see some blind spots that you may not see, right? And so they're your trusted friends for a reason. And trusted friends actually help each other out. As trusted friends help each other out, they may say, like, oh, well, the last guy that you dated, I shared with you that he wouldn't be good for you, and you dated him anyway. And, you guys may have some conversation about that, but then you may be able to ask her or him, like, okay, so what about that person made you feel like that they wouldn't be a good fit for me? And they may be able to share certain things with you. So again, if you have trusted friends in your life, they may be able to see certain blind spot that can actually help you to work on the way that you date, who you date, and how you date. And you'll be surprised how their advice can actually help you. And again, I keep on emphasizing that these are your trusted friends, not just somebody that you just met and don't know you. I'm talking about you actually asking for feedback from some of your trusted friends. All right, so let's talk about three dating mind changes, mindset changes that you can actually work on right now. Number one, think about what you want more than what you don't want. I'm going to say it again. Think about what you want more than what you don't want. You see, when you think about every red flag you have ever experienced, when you think about what you don't want more than what you want, you can actually start dating out of fear. When you think about all of the good things that God has in store for you, when you think about all of the good ways that a man will treat you, when you think about all of the good dates that you can experience, when you think about all of the good conversations that you can have with a man, that you're thinking about goodness and not negativity. You're thinking about green flags and not necessarily red flags. Now, you will know how to address red flags as they come, but you don't become consumed with the red flags, right? And so, if you were to change this small mindset, which can be huge because You're thinking about all of the good experiences that you can have. You're thinking about all of the good conversations. You're thinking about all of the good feelings that you can feel with a man that wants to treat you right. Number two is for you to again look at the dating patterns that you are experiencing and write down and think about the dating patterns that you want to experience. So, for example, if you were to look at the character qualities that you want to experience, like, for example, you want to meet a man that's God fearing, that's honest, that has integrity, that has a good relationship with his mom, and that is financially stable, that is spontaneous. He likes to travel. Like when you look at good patterns that you want to experience, that and you think about all of the good things, that is going to attract a man into your life that can have those qualities because you want to attract a certain caliber of a man into your life. So think about the patterns. For example, on your first date, you can say to yourself, on my first date, I want a man to pull out my chair and to be romantic and push me in. I want a man to say, like, ladies first by allowing me to order my food first. Or I want a man who comes to a date and he brings flowers and chocolates. Like, think about positive dating patterns, positive dating consistencies that you want to experience, and that is going to change, and you're going to repel the wrong kind of men, and you're going to attract the right type of man because you want to feel good about dating. You want to have fun with the type of man that you want to date. You want to know the men that you should give your phone number to. You want to know that you are actually saying yes to the right type of man who wants to come into your life, and being confident and saying no to the type of man that you don't feel compatible with, right? So, all right. And now, number three is let's write down some of the dating misconceptions that you can have. I know we've addressed thinking about good things happening. I know we've addressed thinking about good feelings and good dating experiences, but I wouldn't be able to serve you fully if we didn't work on the negative dating mindset that you can actually be experiencing, right? So, when it comes to the misconceptions about dating, you can write down three dating misconceptions that you may have. And number one, it could be, all of the marriage minded men are taken, or why would a man want to date me, or, you know, it's not going to get better than my ex, right? So those are false, those are misconceptions, those are negative assumptions that you need to let go of. And I would even encourage you to pray over those misconceptions that you are going to write down and ask God to heal you from those misconceptions because you want to think about all of the possibilities. You want to think about good things happening to you and for you. And you want to think about the type of man that wants to come into your life and actually wants to build a future with you. So I hope that this video has actually helped you to think about the things that you need to work on when it comes to your dating mindset. Also, I've also mentioned that you can get today's full course by clicking in the comments section and getting the full course so you can actually experience more transformations. And then make sure you join Honey Love Dating Academy as well so you can position yourself as a wife, manage your emotions, and attract a marriage minded man who wants to marry you. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Honey Love Dating Academy. I'm Coach Honey Love, Erica J. Holston. It's been a pleasure being here with you today. I can't wait to talk to you next time. Take care.